Hey, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Well, it finally happened, guys. My wife kicked me out of the dining room, told me to go up into the corner. She said I was stinking the place up, making the place look bad, so she told me to go off into my little corner. So that's exactly what I did. Went to Harbor Freight yesterday and I picked up this workbench. I got rid of my old computer desk that was housing my old desktop, and I put in here. This room is in need of renovation, so it's going to be one of the last rooms that get renovated. It needs flooring and it needs walls, and it's going to be the last one. So this is where I decided to put my stuff, so it's out of everybody's way and I can build in here without issues. Now, my daughter decides to buy her house. She's turning 24 this year, and she's been doing really good. She's putting herself in a position to buy her own house. I'm going to take over her room, and I'll probably buy a second workbench like this, and I'll put shelving up so I can have avalanches like Lucas C. And that will be my hobby room. I love my kids. You know, they're all great. You know, they're good kids and everything. They got futures ahead of them, but I want them to get out. Just kidding. My youngest is going to be 15 in a couple weeks. I have my oldest daughter, who is, how old am I? I'm 49. She is 28. My middle daughter is 23. And my youngest is 15. So yes. So let me show you. So when I did that makeup video for the Motor City Madness 21, Motor City Madness 21. Did I say that right? Okay. I picked up these posters, and I picked up 5 of them, actually. My daughter has one. One of them's a Mustang. And I tried showing these, and every time I paused my phone to go over to where I had these, my phone acted wonky, and it would shut off. And that day it just had a mind of its own. So I didn't get to show you, so I figured, oh, another day. So this is what my daughter did for me. She did all this. She put this all together for me, as far as where everything is placed. She's got an eye for interior design, and I hope she takes that and runs with it. She's quite the artist herself too. So, no, that's not my stash. I mean, it's part of my stash, but it's not my stash. It's just more recent stuff I built. They were in the way. Other places, I just threw them up there. So here's another one of those posters I bought. I have some out in the garage too. I love these things. I pick them up whenever I see them, whether it's at an antique store, or at a flea market, or yard sale. You know, I love these things depicting their drag racing or their circle track racing. I have some real ones, and I have some repops. I like them all. So here's my box. I've been working on this box. This box was in the corner of the dining room, and this is, you know, it was overflowing with stuff, and so I started organizing a little bit. So let's take a look inside. So you got your MCW paints. We've got light gunmetal. We got Fathom Green Metallic, Frost Green Metallic, Milano Maroon, and we have Daytona Yellow. They're all for upcoming projects. And then over here what do we got here? We've got Limelight, or better known as Sublime Green. We have the Hardener. We have Go Mango Metallic. We have Le Mans Blue. Is that one I already used? Yeah, that's almost empty. That one on a Camaro, 69. And my Carb Green Gold. Washi tape. Activator, Instaset. My daughter's boyfriend bought me this for Christmas. I'm gonna build this thing. I think it'd be pretty cool. Weathering powders from Micro Mark. Washi tape. My wife bought me a whole crap ton of washi tape for Christmas. Sharpies, Jelly Roll. These were off the die cast I stole. These are off 70 Cuda. Revell 70 Cuda. They got to go back in the box. I was going to use them for another build, but then I decided not to. Got some files, makeup sponges, little screwdriver, alligator clips and clamps, all my sanding crap. Plug wires, accessories. So, if you guys go back to that 67 Impala video I did on way back Wednesday, you'll see that Impala has these plug wires. That's how old this spool is, at least 25 years old. And I'm just now getting to the end of it. And these were bought at Radio Shack, and unfortunately, Radio Shack is no more. And so, not looking to start a fight, but I'm going to say something. Guys, this is the size wire that comes out of phone chargers. It's way too big for plug wires, but you know what? You build you. You build what you want to build. I mean, even this stuff is probably a little bit too big for plug wires, and it's small. Compared to that, it's small. But this is the Parts by Parks plug wires, and this is smaller than this, So I don't know what size this is supposed to depict. So if this is supposed to depict 8mm plug wires, of course that's going to be a little bit thicker, because don't get me started. Oh, this drawer first. All my tools. We'll talk about this in a minute. Bare metal foil, some derby, pinewood derby card wraps and decals and stuff, and just miscellaneous crap all over the place. More bare metal foil, 2-part epoxy, goop, wood putty. Close it up! Man, I don't know if they saw that. Oh, all them dreaded testers paints. Guys, I've used testers for over 40 years, and not going to get into the politics of it, not going to argue about it. I'm moving away from testers, and I'm just trying to get through these, use them up and everything, and then I'm moving on to something else. But I find myself in a quandary sometimes. Sometimes when I'm doing a build, I need a color, and Hobby Lobby is not that far away from me, and it's a little bit more convenient to go and grab some red when I need red, right? But I do it, and then I'm dissatisfied, So once I use these up, I'm replacing them with other stuff. So I'm no longer going to be using testers. Now, it works for some people. I'm just not really happy with the product anymore, so I'm moving on from it. And once these are gone, that's it. So you notice the Tamiya Clears over here. I bought these the other day. I'm going to do some window tinting on some gassers with it. The yellow I bought because of the oil pan on the ASA car to get that zinc coating color. Obviously, everybody's got to have the X19 smoke, right? But you notice some old Model Master stuff. Model Master acrylics, and I actually love this stuff. I just used this the other day on the shocks on the 32. In the cadmium yellow, I use this a lot. You'll see I put the caps on top of the batteries. I paint this color a lot, or I paint shocks this color. This is crap. The first problems that I started experiencing with testers, Model Masters, had to do with their blacks. And what was happening was this stuff was gumming up, and it didn't matter how new it was. This stuff was just gumming up. And adding lacquer thinner did not help. It's the same thing that's happening with the testers these days. The testers blacks, no matter whether it's gloss black, flat black, semi-gloss black, it doesn't matter. I could buy a new one and within inside of a month, it's all gummy and stringy. And you add lacquer thinner to it, and it does not help. So whatever they're doing, it's not successful. Let's just put it that way. It's not successful. So here's a question for the hive mind. Model Master leather. I love this stuff. What has replaced this in the market? What do you find is as good and even better than the Model Master leather, tan leather? I love this stuff. I brush paint my interiors more often than not, and this stuff brushes on really nice. And I'd like to find a replacement for it, because eventually I'm going to run out of this. So in the comments section, let me know what you use for leather. And that's probably all I got to say. Guys, like I said, I don't want to get into the politics about the testers and Model Master stuff, Rust-Oleum versus not Rust-Oleum stuff. I don't want to get into that. We each use the products that we want to use. And if you are making testers work for you, more power to you. Okay? I'm not bashing. I'm just saying the product has outlived its usefulness to me. Alright, let's talk about these decals for a minute. Well, there's this old model kit out there, and I don't know, it's kind of obscure, but maybe you've heard of it. It's called the Cop Out. Yeah. Well, I've got one of those, and I've actually had to get 2 kits to make one kit, and neither kit had the decals in it. So every time I try to get decals for that thing, either I get, let's just say, I have not been successful in procuring cop-out decals that meet my expectations, and we'll leave it at that. So therefore, when I build that kit, I'm going to put my own little spin on it, and I'm going to do me a pursuit unit with the sheriff's decals on it. I'm going to go for racing decals. And that's pretty much it. That's all I want to talk about. Let's move on. Pretty neat, right? No? Okay. 32. Still sitting in the same state I showed you the other day. Gotta have the reading material. So I went and I stripped these in the purple pond and cleaned them up so there was no more sanding dust in there. And I think they came out good. They're shot with the Rust-Oleum Bright Coat. Lucasy, don't rip my head off. It's really the only Rust-Oleum product besides primers that I use. And again, don't want to get into that discussion. I don't use Rust-Oleum on my model bodies. I've never been successful with it. And that is the end of that. So guys, this has been it. Oh no, I got a couple other hiding spots. Some paper towels, some microfibers. Oh, look what I did. I limited myself to how far I can open the drawer. But I've got styrene sheet, styrene rod, all kinds of stuff in here. I've got all your shop cards in there and envelopes and stuff. Wait, and I think I'm going to put up a cork board over here on the wall. Milliput, Bondo, some sticks, my ruler. Oh, and over here, my novice is in there. My acrylics are in there. And I got a bunch of old ass spray bombs in here. Some of these are new actually. Down here they are. Still got some white one clear. Yeah, just whatever. But guys, that's about it. So I hope you liked it, and I figured I'd just want to show you my little hobby nook. And that's about it. So thanks for watching.